Hello everybody, so today I'll be bringing you guys a guide on how to play Zilean. So Zilean has been one of my favorite champs for as long as I can remember, probably leading up to early of Season 3. I probably have the most playtime on Zilean, or pretty close. He's probably in my top 5 of playtime on all my champions. I don't have level 5 mastery on him, but that's partially just because I haven't been playing him as much as the mastery sets came out. But I do have a very good understanding of Zilean, so hopefully I can help you guys out with that. So I'm just going to go over his abilities and stuff like that. Hopefully it give you guys a better understanding of that. So Zilean's Q is Time Bomb. Its cooldown is 10 seconds at level 1. The cost being fairly expensive in mana, so you have to be conservative with resources, of course, like a lot of AP mid laners supports. So placing 2 bombs on 1 unit detonates the first bomb early, and it stuns all enemies in that radius for 1.5 seconds. So, which is pretty strong, and that is at max level. And then his second ability, his W, Rewind, reduces the cooldowns of a Time Bomb and Time Warp by 10 seconds. Cannot be learned at level 1, of course, because you have no abilities yet, so there's no point in doing that. So, and then his E is extremely strong with a 99% slow at max level or speed boost for 2.5 seconds. 99% slow. That is insane. Like, to put that in a comparison with something, that is like Gnosis' Wither, if not better. I'm not quite sure on those numbers, but it's pretty close. So that is insane. And then for masteries, I recommend going at 12-18. You can either go Storm Raider Surge or Thunderlord's Decree for your keystone. It's completely up to you, but I recommend going Thunderlord's Decree, although some people seem to like Storm Raider Surge, which makes a lot of sense, to be honest. And then honestly, like, if you don't rush Tear of the Goddess at the start, you probably are just wasting your time playing Zilean, because it's really important to get Sephir's Embrace on him, because that shield is massive, and also helps you make sure you get your ult off on you or another target by giving you a massive shield. So definitely rush Tear of the Goddess and then build it into a Archangel Staff as soon as you can to get the Seraph's Embrace stacks. So, and then in heavy AP matchups, definitely go Athena's Unholy Grail. The big reason for Athena's Unholy Grail is, example, if you're playing like LeBlanc or something, someone with super burst, she won't give you time to get your R off. So basically you just have a worthless ultimate in your laning phase, which you really don't want to have, considering ultimate is the biggest part of Zilean's laning phase. And a big reason why Zilean is even considered a good champion. If Zilean didn't have his ultimate, he wouldn't be even considered a top pick. But because of the ultimate, he really is just a top tier champion. And then, so, like I said, you need to go Athena's if it's a super heavy AP mage. But then Mormelicon is probably your second item if you're not going against a super AP mage next to Boots. And then, of course, you can either go Sorcerer's Shoes or you can go the cooldown boots. Personally, I build the cooldown boots. Some people like Sorcerers. If you want the extra magic penetration, if they're building a lot of MR, then I would go that. But if not, cooldown is super nice to have. And then, for your last item, I recommend either going like a Rabadon's. But try not... I don't recommend rushing Rabadon's because it's just... it takes away from the build. I mean, of course, you're going to burst down people, but you really want to be able to have high sustain. You need a little bit of tank. I feel like that's an important item. You need at least one tank AP item with him. Otherwise, you're just not getting his full potential. So, laning phases he does well against. He doesn't do well against LeBlanc, Yasuo, Zed, Annie, for instance. But people he does super well against, I recommend picking into someone like Echo, Orianna, Katarina, Karthus, who else? Victor, Vel'Koz. Those are all matchups he does pretty well against. Ahri is a pretty close, well, about even matchup with him. Fizz is pretty even. But yeah, and you definitely want to avoid picking him into a LeBlanc. I don't know. I can't stress that enough. Zed's pretty high up there just because he has burst damage, but you can really negate his ultimate fairly easily with Zilean's ultimate. So yeah, I recommend just trying to sit back in the early game because he doesn't have a very high harass. Like if you think about it, his only moves that really do damage, the only moves that actually do damage are his Qs. You can only get 2 off at a time. So if you overextend and you miss your second Q on the target or even your first Q, then they're gonna have free harass on you because basically you're just gonna be backpedaling out because you're gonna have no other abilities to use. And then for runes, I'd go 9 magic pens on your marks, and then I'd go Seal of Armors 9. On your quins, you can either go movement speed or you can go AP quins. It's completely up to you. And then of course for your glyphs, you go magic resist. There's no point in really going ignite on Zilean because you'll never really be in range of your target to get ignite off. So he can get bullied pretty easily in lane. So to make sure you're not overextending or you're not running out of health pots and stuff, I recommend going teleport. That seems to be the best option for Zilean. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I spent a lot of time on it, and really I spent a lot of time thinking about what I wanted to say in this commentary because I noticed Zilean has been becoming a top priority pick. So I hope you guys enjoy it and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.